Live. So when we go sideways, we do get a wider screen, but you do miss some of it on the phone. Anywho, welcome to another episode of Collaborate and Pull Together, a podcast where we highlight all things positive on and off the table. And tonight we got some special guests joining and rejoining us. Michael Hawks has been a guest from previous times, and we're happy to have him back representing Team Send It. And we got Josh Rodrigues from Team
Let's
London representing
go.
Canada
Let's
with those
go.
freaking guns. I don't
Gnarly.
know. I don't think they're going to allow you over the border with those firearms, man.
Yeah. They gave me a hassle last time I went through.
I can imagine, dude. So what's going on, gentlemen?
What's
Not
up,
too
Dan?
much.
Good to see you, buddy. Josh, nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you. 2 more weeks.
So
2 more weeks. Let's go. That went by fucking fast, I
It
tell you.
did. It really did.
I sneezed
Yeah.
and we're already here.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Josh, I met
Yeah.
you when you faced off against, I think it was Coach Ray
Yes.
over at MAC number 3.
Yep.
So you had some experience with the MAC table, and tell us a little bit about what has been up. What have you been up to in the sport? How long have you been in it?
So I'll be 6 years in October. What I've been up to is just honestly just training, trying to climb the ranks. I mean, I want to be number one. John Tyrion's that guy, and that's going to be fucking hard. So I got a lot of work to do, but yeah, I just want to keep competing and keep, getting better.
What's the most recent comp that you were at? And how was your success there?
Most recent comp, it would have been provincials, Ontario provincials. So I went undefeated with my left arm, and my right arm got injured. So
Oh no!
yeah.
So
Something just went pop in here. So I've just been, taking it easy.
Gotcha. So I was gonna say, how has that recovery been looking?
Yeah, it's better every day. I'm going to practice. I'm pulling out practice. It's like a couple % more every practice. I give it a little bit more, and then if it's aching, I just dial it back and whatever. I'll be back in a couple months.
That's what I like to hear. I want to see everyone bounce back. Injuries suck, and they force us to get a little more creative with that time. But so when you get injured like that, I mean, is it your first time getting injured?
Nope.
No.
No.
How does that change up your training? Do you just pull in a different lane, or you just give it rest altogether and then just slowly ramp it up? How does that work out for you?
So I'm a top roller by trade. Like, I got a really good top roll. It's been my bread and butter. Since I got injured in April, was it? May? Sometime in May I got injured. I've just been working on my hook, working on my inside, trying to get that thigh pressure a little stronger, build that elbow up, and hopefully by the time my top roll comes back, I got a little more side pressure, a little more inside game. So
That's what's up. I mean, I almost identical. I had an issue on the by the pinky side of my wrist, and I also was just strictly a top roller, and I was like, I don't want to hang up my hat and not arm wrestle. So I learned how to hook. I didn't know how to hook, but I learned.
It's a full progression.
It's a game.
Yeah. No, I feel actually pretty comfortable in a hook right now. It's I know, working on it. It's a work in progress. It's definitely like not anywhere close to how good my top roll is, but it is what it is.
So how about you, Mike? What have you been up to lately?
I have a feeling I know where this match is going to go. Stylistically.
I have a good idea.
Yeah,
too.
I know Josh has a killer top roll. I've seen a lot of your videos, brother. And by the way, putting that video together for us, and especially Brooke's video, I had a lot of fun with that. You guys had some crazy good content.
Oh,
yeah.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? Yeah. So I'm super looking forward to this. Sorry to hear about your injury, man. Right arm. Yeah, that's terrible. Can I ask you a question about that? So you said that pain's coming from that connection there from the bicep to the forearm?
It's just anything posting.
Anything posting, yeah.
I can do a little low hand. I can do everything except post.
Yeah. I know.
And it's almost like I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like it's not an injury. It's kind of, it feels like something's kind of just knotted up. Something's and my body telling me to let go. I feel like I could, if I had to, I could push through it, but
that seems like it might be a bicep tendon, like tendonitis or something in that connection.
It's in my brachioradialis right here.
Oh, gotcha.
Right here. Yeah. And then the pain shoots all the way up my forearm, right up to my wrist.
Yep.
But
Do you get pain? Do you get like a deep dull ache when you flex the bicep? Do you feel it any coming up into there any further, or
no?
You got some good fucking forearm vein, dude.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I made sure I was pumped up before the podcast.
Fucker.
That's the trick.
I woke up from
I
a
never
nap,
did that.
asshole.
Yeah, I was in the right bucket for about 20 minutes before I popped on.
Cool.
That's a really good trick. I gotta start doing that so I can, tune in anybody who's on the podcast. So, Mike, what have you been up to, and how long have you been in the sport for?
I have been in the sport about the same amount of time as Josh there. This is my 6th year of competing. So I was introduced to the sport when I lived out in California, and it was very early of 2020. So March 2020 is when I had my first practice. And then I didn't compete for like a whole year. I went to maybe 2 or 3 practices. And in early 2021, I started competing. And that's when I moved to New York, and I'm with Team Outlaws now. And that's like when training became consistent, going to practices, competitions, all that. So 6 years, I call it 6 years.
Nice. And so what have you been up to? What was the most recent comps, and how'd you do?
Most recent comp was not a good one for me. That was Keystone States. And I pulled, so normally, guys, I do normally compete at 198, like 200 is pretty much my competition weight. That's where I've always been more competitive. But this time I jumped up to 220s. I came in weighing at like 217, I think I was. And I pulled the 242 class. And between those 2 classes, I got one win in one match.
Damn.
Yeah. And the guy fouled out. It was I'm drawing a blank. Adam. No, not Adam. What's his name? Macho Man.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. Why can't I remember his name?
Anyway. Yeah, it was a good match, but just a bad day for me, man. I'm sure you guys can relate. You have those competitions, those days where you show up and you're just like, okay, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
That was 100%. One of those for me. So 3 weeks before that, I was at Dan's competition, the backyard barbecue. That was a fun one. And 3 weeks before that, it was nationals. 3 weeks before that, it was fucking Vermont States.
Damn.
So I think I just ran myself into the ground, man. And I'm feeling better. Lefty's coming along. It's been a lot of rehab. I've been doing like exclusively high volume, lots of band work. I've been throwing in some isometrics with just some pretty light static holds. Run that for 30 seconds, hit different angles, So, but yeah, feeling pretty good. 2 more weeks, I'll be ready for you.
Yeah.
Do you think pulling every 3 weeks is not the best idea?
No.
Doesn't give you enough time to recover, right?
Not competition pulling, not showing up and giving it your all. No, that shit was starting to catch up with me. I'm pretty sure since. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, how often do you do table time between those competitions, or are you just doing competition to competition?
It was competition to competition when I was doing like 3-week intervals. I'm not having any table time in between that. I'm in the gym lifting heavy weights, and that I've even kind of had to reassess like some of my other weightlifting habits. I think we're also maybe getting in the way. Mm-hmm. But every 2 weeks, our team only trains over every 2 weeks we get together. So I actually have practice tomorrow, and we had practice 2 weeks ago. So tomorrow will be my last table time before our competition.
So we got Shiyu Lin in the chat, and we'll do a couple of shots in the chat.
Shiyu
saying the competition pulling should be once every 3 months. I happen to agree with that. We got Dave Redmond, in the chat. What's up, teammate? Nathan Williamson, what is up? We got Lucky Wood saying that she's still salty, Hawks. And we got the Drew, and we got Tim Bushy, great dude right there.
She's salty because of I put her in some of the videos. She messaged me. I felt bad. I'm like, well, shit. I don't know what to tell you. Don't arm wrestle so much.
So pretty much don't pull a Michael Hawks.
Well, yeah, she was in some of the videos taking.
I know. I'm messing around.
Yeah.
Poking fun. So, did you find a recipe, Josh? This one's for you because we discovered that every 3 weeks is not a very good recipe for competition, for peak performance. Have you found your recipe for competition where you could peak out?
So normally we do 2 practices a week, table time with weights in between.
Wow.
So I tapered down, and my last, so if it's 2 weeks, I take 10 days from table time to rest the tendons, and from that 10 days, I'm just doing light work and keep my arms moving. And usually by competition day, I'm feeling pretty good. I've experimented. I've tried longer rest, and then it almost felt like my arms lost their connection.
Yep.
I've tried less rest, and then I was just too fucking sore. And it seems like 10 days is kind of the recipe for me. So
I think a lot of people would agree
from
with that too.
table time, I mean, 10 days.
That makes sense because taking some break off of it. Some people have a mindset where they'll lift right up to the day before.
Yep.
And not necessarily lift light either.
Okay.
I personally have tried and experimented with that, and I found that one of my better performances was when I followed that recipe where I just lifted literally up until the day until the competition. And in all honesty, I did a month every weekend was a
Yep.
competition, and then I
Right.
took like 3 months off type of deal. That was last year, and I think that was my peak performance that I've ever had to date. And I don't know why I didn't follow that recipe. I haven't followed it again. Maybe it's just timing, money, or availability to compete. But it was definitely it's interesting to hear what each person has, each recipe. There's
Yeah.
little nuance here and there that's
Yep.
varying.
Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still fine tuning. I mean, I don't know
And
if
we're
there's a
all
perfect
years
recipe,
in,
right?
so. And we got William Rodrigues in the chat. What's up, man? Big shout out. So we got a couple of matches coming up at this amazing event by Jeremy Romano. Team
Yeah.
Send It, Armfights. He sponsors this channel as well as the event. He's putting it on as his first event. It's going to be a collaboration event with Major Arm Wrestling Championships. They're going to be bringing Ian Carnegie down to help with the reffing
Yep.
and with the rules and whatnot. So you have experience with the Mac table, Josh, right? And
Yeah, we have a Mac table at the club that we use.
I was going to say, didn't you guys host a Mac event?
We did. Yep, in London.
Yeah, it was one of the Mac Challenger series, right?
It was. Yep.
That was an epic event. Big shout out. It was you and Gina that were running the show, right? Or
I wasn't really running the show. That was more Gina and Maddie, but yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a
Big
good
shout
event.
out to Team London.
Yeah,
They put on a good show up there.
Awesome venue. I mean, good experience.
How many super matches were at that event?
50.
50. I thought so. I thought there was
that was one of the big ones.
There.
It might have been more. I think we maybe snuck a couple extras in there, so I think it was more like 53. But
wow.
And then there was a King of the Table afterwards, and yeah, it was a lot of arm wrestling.
And with breaks too. I think it only took like a 6-hour day or something like that.
Yeah, it was good.
Ungodly speed got the event all done and said it was awesome. So my question for you, Josh, is competing at both Mac tables and standard tables. What do you feel is going to be is an advantage for you, and what do you feel is a disadvantage for you, vice versa?
For the Mac table, it's a comfortability thing because I've been pulling on regular tables for 5 years before the Mac came around, and I mean it took a little getting used to. It's arm wrestling at the end of the day, I guess. I'm just gonna go in and do my thing, and yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Same question for you, Hawks. What as you have come into the sport, you came into it working on standard table, very similar fashion. I know you have your own Mac table as well, and you train on and off the table. Do you find there's advantages or disadvantages to either table? And
I personally like the extra pad space. I think that's important. I think the rule set is kind of it's can fluctuate a little bit. I think they're still
Yeah.
kind of trying to dial that in, especially like in the setups and the hand to
Yep.
hand ready goes. So
Yep.
that's something that you're always kind of having to adapt to.
Yep.
But overall, I'm a fan. And getting used to the size of the table, it's a little bit it sits just a little bit taller up to the hip, you
Mhm.
know. So when you walk up to it and you plant yourself there, it feels a little bit different. But yeah, I really like all that elbow room, to be
so,
honest.
with that height in mind for both of you, because both of you guys have tables, and anybody who has access to it, Mac table, I'm going to share a little nugget of knowledge that Michelle Dugan, Black Scorpion, shared with me. One of her practices, it was 1,500 times a day, she would just set up at the table, unset, walk away, and come right back to it, right in front of a mirror, and just feel comfortable finding her sweet spot at the table. And I think that's something that really helped me out in the long run. And I swear by that, ideology because if you don't feel comfortable in your fighting arena, you're not going to be able to perform as well as you may do, in another arena that you are comfortable in. So, if you have access to a table, anybody at home, practice your setup. Just set up. You don't even need a person there. You just need to get yourself comfortable where you feel you can access your power. Get a band if you want to, and it really will change the game for you. um, Lucky says that she's absolutely excited for this match because both these gentlemen are amazing. I
I
can't
saw that.
disagree with that. Both these guys are
Thank
really
you, Lucky.
Thank you.
showing you some good love right there. So we're gonna get to your match in a minute because we do have this epic matches. I think like how many matches? Because you're the one who's doing all the videos, Hawks. How many matches do we have?
Oh, how many? We have 15, I believe.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I think we have 12 on the main card, and then we have 3 preliminary matches, and two of those preliminary matches are shared left and right hand between the same guys. I think that's
Okay.
Oliver and Jaden. I want to say.
okay,
Oh yeah, there's the
so
list. There's the list.
we got the list right here.
But the only one that's not listed. Oh no, Levi and Tim Lewis is on that. So that one,
Yes,
yeah, that's updated.
this is
Yep.
the latest and greatest.
Yep.
And any of these matches really scream at you as going to be like a screamer of a match that's going to, take the cake other than your own. We'll get to yours in a little bit, but let's hear what you guys got to say.
All right. Check it out. From like an entertainment standpoint, Cody Wood and Bob Brown. That's gonna
Yeah.
be a super fucking fun to watch. I think.
Yes, it is.
I don't want to make predictions on that. I don't know how it's gonna go, dude. I just think it's fire. And
I'm excited for that.
from an arm wrestling, like raw arm wrestling standpoint, I think Niles Anderson and Peter Brana Jr. I think we're all
Yeah,
excited to see
that's.
that.
I'm a Peter fan. I think that's going to be a
Yeah,
good match.
they're both great guys. Super
Yeah.
super intense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be fire.
that's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be good.
I think
Yeah.
that's going to be a dog fight. I think that's going to be an
Yeah.
absolute, dog fight,
Yeah. Because
because
Peter's not afraid to break his shit, dude. He's
no,
not.
he's not.
Just,
And
I experienced that firsthand. He's not afraid to
Yep.
go
Yep.
into
You
some
do know
dangerous places.
firsthand.
he's not.
Yeah.
He will leave it all at the table and in a most scary fashion that makes you want to like look away, but like open your hand. Like I can't watch, but I gotta watch, see what happens.
Yeah.
But Niles is ungodly with his power, right? Once he gets into his position, like will that no quit. Like it's one of those immovable objects meets a unstoppable force, right? Who's gonna give? And I don't know. I actually honestly don't know. It could be a 3-2 match for all we know. Because
Yeah.
both
Could
of them
be.
are just dumb strong. I'm gonna say it because of what I've seen, and I love Peter. I've seen them both compete. I've seen them both pull, but Niles 3-2. That's my opinion.
I
That's what
think
I
that's
think.
fair. That's fair. You could say Peter 3-2, and that'd be fair too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I if I had to choose, in all honesty, like I want to say he can go either way, 3-2. He really could. But if I had to choose, we got James in the chat. What's up? He has
He's
to
calling
have to
me
make
a
a
pussy.
prediction. Yeah,
He said, "Make a prediction,
yeah.
pussycat."
Hawks.
I love that guy.
Eric says hi. What's up?
What's
And we
up, Big
got
Rig?
Big Rig
Peter
and
Brand
Victor
3-1.
Clearwater. The usuals are here. What's up, everybody? If you have questions for these gentlemen, please post them in the chat. I'm happy to ask them live. But now here's a match that I'm looking forward to seeing is Paul Cruz versus Josh Ellington.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ellington's on my team, but Paul Cruz is my team as well because it's Team Long Island. He's one of the guys that I've started arm wrestling with, and I train with occasionally. And he helps me out tremendously. He's my guy. He's been in my corner. I went to Arnold's with him. I've done a lot with that man, and he's a good friend of mine. So I can't root against him, but I also can't root against my team. So I'm gonna let you gentlemen tell me what your predictions are gonna be for
No,
that
because
one.
I have it. I have the same interest in this as you.
I think Josh Ellison's going to win that one.
Oh yeah, okay. I think it'll be a
Josh is
surprise.
Josh is ranked pretty high, isn't he? Number 2 on in the Hook rankings, or
I
is that the
don't know.
other? Or is that the other ranking system?
I
I
think that
can't.
might be Arm Fighter, maybe. I
Arm
don't know.
Fighter. That's right.
Just going by his match with Pork Chop he had recently, he's looking pretty solid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think if I I'm not gonna listen, Paul. Much love to you, but if you're not awake at the match, Josh is gonna have your day. If you are awake at the match, that means it's probably gonna lean closer to you, but it's gonna be a freaking dogfight. Another one that I look forward to seeing. And I'm sure the rest of the community does too. And then the other main event, we got Paul Passmore versus Joe Meek. I got to tell you, I don't know anything about Joe, but I know Paul's got the intensity. He's been wanting that match. So anytime someone's been hungry for a match for any length of time, it's going to be a good show. And just so happens he's our team captain, so it's definitely going to be a good one. And then I mean we got our other Queen of New York, now residing in South Carolina, Marlene, taking on the leader of Team London over there, Gina.
that's
You
going to be
know,
good.
That's gonna be a
I
good match, dude. Yep.
I'm looking forward to that match. Two reasons. One, I saw Gina over at Arnold's and she killed it, right? But I've also seen Marlene of late, and she is built like a freaking tank. And I think she's trying to get to that next level for herself. And because she's been a little out of it by way of super matches. But I think her speed and her power, something that like even most men her size couldn't handle. Um, and I'm just looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be an amazing one.
Definitely.
Brooke and,
Definitely.
Brooke and Candy's going to be a good match too. That's going to be
That
that's going to be
yeah.
wicked. Yeah.
I don't know much about either of them, but Candy, she has a great training partner with Brooke. I know Candy has a great training partner with Paul, and then
Yeah.
Brooke has you guys
Yeah.
over at Team London, and
Yeah.
so that's gonna be insane.
I think it's going to be intense.
uh, let's see who else we got. Oh, here's one that I'm actually excited about: David Redmond versus Jeff. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. Do you know who Jeff is? And David, do you know these guys? Are Josh or no?
I don't know either of those guys. No.
No, okay.
No.
So Jeff just recently climbed the ranks a little bit at 176, right-handed, against Brian Malik. He beat Brian Malik. but his left hand is apparently his power arm, and he's going up against David Redmond. That's going to be an amazing fireworks match. And there's a group of guys here that I don't know, but everybody from the regional area says it's going to be a freaking fireworks show because these guys are wild cards. Both of them are. We got where is the name? Scott Goulet versus Donnie Anderson. Um, they apparently, I don't know anything about them, but other than these guys bring a lot of spitfire, if you may, to an event. So I'm excited to see that. See what happens when it unfolds there. Is there anybody else on this card that you're intrigued by? Or that you're like, that's going to be? I've never seen that one.
Tim Lewis always brings the heat. So that's gonna be a good match. The guy's at every event.
Yeah, he fucking is. That's the direction I was gonna go too, because I think nobody really expected that match to happen. That was one of the last ones that was put together, and it was like, oh shit, okay, Tim Lewis, left hand, yeah. Anytime he's on the card, that's pretty interesting.
Well, all right, gents. Let's get to the nit and grit of it all. But before we do so, actually, hang on. We got Ryan Bussier in the chat. What's up, man? Talk about a monster at 19. I think he's a 198 guy too. You guys are gonna probably contend with in the not so distant future. He's a beast. I know he's tearing up all across the Midwest and West Coast. We gotta get him here on the East Coast. You guys.
Hang on. Victor asked a question. I want to address that. He says, "Is Mike Hawks?
Is that your real name?
Say that as fast as you want. Is that your birth name?" Yes, motherfucker. That's my birth name. That wasn't always my name, but I was born Michael Jeffrey Hawks, right? And my dad is Jeffrey Michael. Okay, so they just flip flop the names. I don't know if they really considered, Mike Hawks or not. But yes,
really good sense of humor. They had a really good sense of
birth name.
That's funny.
So I get to keep it, and I love my name. So yeah.
There you go. I'm glad you cleared that up because I was very curious.
That is awesome. In the 6 years of knowing you, Mike, I've never had this conversation.
Yeah. Sometimes the announcers like that have fun with it.
Oh yeah. So why you guys are here on screen with me? We're here to talk some shop. Since Mike, you've been here before, I'm going to give Josh the floor and tell us where he thinks this match is going to go, and where he thinks his biggest struggles are going to be, if there are any, if he believes so.
Okay, so
make it as controversial as you want, man. Go crazy.
It's a left arm match. I don't like to admit it, but sometimes I think my left arm is my better arm. I don't know if it's because everybody else's left just sucks and mine's better than suck, but I mean, I think they're gonna say ready, go. I'm gonna bust that wrist back, and
nice. Okay,
that's about. I mean, from there it's pretty easy. So,
all right. I see.
Short, sweet, and simple to the point. Hawks, what's your retort on that?
Yeah. I mean, that wrist is not going back, bro. That wrist is not going back. And I see this. Honestly, I think this is gonna be a high outside battle for both of us.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's gonna go that route. So obviously I've got a plan A and I've got a plan B. I really think we're gonna end up in the straps probably right away. And yeah, I don't know if you do bend that wrist back. I get pretty sticky on the inside, man. You can have that hand sometimes, dude. And I got some pretty good down pressure too,
Okay.
So I think I'll hang in there. I think obviously for most arm wrestling matches, this is gonna be a fight for center. And I think whoever's really breaking away from that center strong is taking this match.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I definitely,
I do have a pretty large hand there, buddy. So
even better.
Yeah, some guys like it.
Bigger target.
Yes, yeah, sure.
Well, I gotta tell you, as a gentleman who got to see this man working firsthand, Josh, you got your work cut out for you because he built my patio
Yep.
in under 25 hours, 24 hours, like within like, I think it was what, 8 hours you finished the damn thing.
Yeah,
And
something. It was crazy.
it was insane. And he had a whole patio's worth of bricks that he was just slinging them around like they were like hotcakes,
Yeah.
on a griddle. I'd never seen anyone move that much stone that quickly without, having any issues in his hands and wrists. And he was just flopping them around like nothing. So you got your work cut out for you there.
And I only
And
lost to Dustin Jelliff in the left hand tournament that day. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, what do you guys? So you think it's going to be a high outside? What happens if it slams into a hook? I know you said your right's been training a hook, Josh. But
Yeah.
what if you go banging a hook? What's
I
going to
can hook
happen
with my
there?
left. I can
I,
also
I
I can also kings move with my left.
okay,
Ooh,
okay. Yep. I actually don't think I would mind that too much. I think I could work with that. I think I could
Okay.
work with that. I don't see it
And
going inside. If it does go inside, I'd be a little surprised. And I don't know. I don't know who's got more raw power on the inside. I like my chances.
I've never purposely gone into a hook on my left
Okay.
on purpose,
Yep.
but I've been there.
Okay.
it's
Yep.
just something that happened, or was it?
Yeah.
Were you pulled there?
Was it
It was just
consensual? No.
what's that?
It wasn't consensual.
It wasn't consensual. No, I got sucked in.
Okay. So anybody who's gunning for you after Hawks, I'm just saying,
I
you might want to
typically
drag
don't
that
go.
man in a hook for better.
I don't typically go inside with my left either.
No,
It's just not where it wants to go.
it
My
doesn't
right
feel good.
arm, I'll hook with my right arm. Well, I'm not
Yep.
pulling right arm right now. I'm injured myself, but
Damn. Okay.
left arm, I don't know. I always want to be outside. I like I like outside pulling with straps, left arm. Motherfucker. If you do that, I'm just gonna start laughing. I think I know how to pull against a king's move. I know
Yeah.
like people have different opinions on it and everything, but like my opinion is just don't fucking do anything offensive. They're gonna fucking sit there with their arms stretched out. I'm not gonna attack you. I'm just gonna let you do your fucking thing, hang out there until you get tired. Because you're not gonna pin me from that, you know?
If I end up in a king's move, I've already lost. That's
Yeah, I would feel the
yeah.
same way if I was in a king's move.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel very good there. I don't think. I don't train
No.
that, but
I've never even tried getting a
yeah, it's
King's move.
weird.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. My arm doesn't even like really like want to go that way naturally. Like it's just like if I'm pronated in any form, I'm flexed. You
Yeah.
know,
You
the
guys know
ankle's
what I'm
tightened up.
saying though? Like somebody's in a defensive king's move position, and eventually, what ends up happening for the guy that's king's moving, he's going over and taking the hand. But you're only taking the hand because you're trying to drive into that. Every time you hit into somebody that's king's moving, they're going to take advantage of that and climb your hand and climb your hand.
Yeah.
If you're not driving and hitting into it and gassing yourself, I don't think you're really giving them much ammo.
Nope.
I don't know. That's kind of my take on it.
So one of the people watching, James, says he wants to see you put the shades on, Josh. I think he's a fan.
James. James who?
James Road Mason.
There you go.
I'm reading the comments right now. He likes the shades.
So yeah, we're just reviewing the comments. Do you guys have any questions for anybody from the chat? From the chat, anybody got any questions for this gentleman on the screen, or even for myself for that matter? Um, feel free to go ahead and put them in there. James,
Yeah.
simmer down now. Simmer down now, James. Simmer
Yeah,
down.
do what daddy tells you.
Exactly.
I fucking love that guy.
He's a piece of work, James.
James, are you coming to North Carolina on August 15th, brother? Say
They
yes.
might, they may not allow him in there.
Maybe not. It
Because
depends on what shirt he's wearing that day.
No.
That guy wears some crazy ass shirts, dude. I can't remember what one of them said. One of them was like, I was like, okay, he's putting it out there.
Yep, yeah, he definitely. You know how people say that you wear your heart on your sleeve? He wears his entire being on his
Yeah,
sleeve.
he sure does. Let's go, Victor.
uh-uh.
No, I
You got
got
banned for grappling.
what's grapping?
Grapping.
I'm not sure what grappling is.
We don't know what grapping is, dude. Or is it graping?
Sounds sexual in nature.
It does. It sounds
Yeah,
non-consensual.
non-consensual. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that hook that um
Yeah, that hook that we probably won't end up in.
you know, if you
I
guys
don't
end
know.
up in
Maybe
a
I
hook,
should fucking just dive right into the
there you
hook.
go. Finally.
Fuck
You
it.
just say that's his kryptonite.
It is a math table. I get a little bit of shoulder, don't I?
Yeah.
What is
How do
it?
you
Yeah.
feel about that?
Like a 3 o'clock rule, or you're allowed to turn a little bit. You're allowed to be square
Yeah.
to the other
Well,
guy, not the table. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. So they learn to love it. What is it though?
it's grapping.
James, he
It's
goes,
grapping.
what's grapping? And they learn to love it. Oh, you're talking about dumbing in the hook? I don't know what he's
You meant
talking about.
grappling.
That man always talks nonsense. He's a menace to society. By the way, I'm the one who gave him that nickname because he is a true menace. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, do you guys know
So
anything about the venue?
I know
I know a
nothing
little bit about the
about
venue. Looks freaking sweet.
that.
So it's called Roar, and it's a nod to the Roaring Twenties. It
Okay.
was during the Prohibition. It was a spot that was like the place to be. You know, if you were in the mob, you were, doing business type of deal. This is where they had shows, where they had meetings. Other
That's
than
cool.
Chicago and parts of New York, like I did a little research on it. It's got a cool history to it. So a lot of underground underworkings occurred in there that probably helped shape the nation to what it is today, and especially in a criminal sense, if you may. Um, so, what does that do for you knowing that little history? Does that give it a little bit of more
Good.
more spice for you to compete at?
That's
I
so
mean,
cool.
that's pretty
I'm
cool.
a
That's pretty cool.
yeah. I'm kind of a history guy. I definitely appreciate good stories and good history,
Yep.
especially tied to architecture, buildings, and shit like that. I think it's freaking awesome. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm a believer in harnessing energy
Yep.
and so there might be something to that. You might be able to channel something.
There
But
you go.
either way, it's still pretty awesome.
Do you guys? So, I've got a question from the chat. Do you guys like the Mac rules better than traditional rules?
I wouldn't say better. It's different. It's a nice change of pace from stiffer competition. Um, it could be more fun at times, I guess. Like it's a little looser with the rules. It's more. How do I put this? It's like less pressure. I don't know how to put it. It's more like a fun competition than it is, with that small elbow pad and like the strict rules and all that.
And it's a little more fast paced, right?
It
At
is.
least that's the impression I got from it when they were really starting it and kicking things
Yep.
off.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think you're both all right. I think it's a little bit less strict and a little less regimented by way of like fouls. You don't have as much stoppages. You don't feel
Yep.
like you're in freaking like a traffic jam. It's like coasting on the highway. You can really enjoy the ride a little bit more. And I feel like there's not that stop and go, stop and go. It's fluid from the beginning to end of each and every round, and
Hmm.
as well as fast paced because of that fluidity. So even
Hmm.
though it's um, a little more, get a better flow to it. I like to call it like the flow state of arm wrestling, if you may. It's, you know, it goes by like that. And you're like, whoa, I'm already on match three, like type of deal, within a fairly short period of time. It's one of the things that I think, for the sport of arm wrestling, we needed that to get more people interested and engaged into the sport. And that's why I'm happy about it being down in North Carolina. That's the furthest south from Canada that Mac has actually, made its way. So it's
Yep.
growing. It's
It
growing.
is.
It's great, getting
Yeah.
traction, which is great.
Yep. At the end of the day, I'm a huge Mac fan. I think they're gonna go far. I think it may even set some new standards. And you can't ignore the aesthetics of the table, dude. They look
Mm,
Yeah,
so clean.
they're
agreed.
sexy.
They're just
They're
so
sexy.
professional looking,
It's a
super
sexy
sexy.
table.
Yeah, and yeah, that's kind of one thing I think that sets Mac apart from a lot of other competitions because there's a different mix of different brands of tables at any given competition that you go to, really.
Yep.
So I mean, same basic styles of them, but like, yeah, Mac's pretty cool and very clean.
I'd say it is, in my opinion, and I've only been in it for 6 years, but it's, in my opinion, the table itself is the best quality made table
Yeah,
out in the arm wrestling community.
For sure.
Um, it's most robust, it's durable, it's built like a freaking tank, but it's like a sexy tank. It's not gaudy looking, it's not, ostentatious in any way. It's something that, you can actually like aesthetically look at it and say, hey, that's a nice looking table. Like I said, it's sexy. Um, oh, that's a good question.
that is a good
Start off
question.
with you,
Yeah.
Josh. What is your why in arm wrestling? Why do you do it?
I've always been a competitive person, and this is a good outlet for that competitive nature of mine.
Yep.
And I don't like
Okay.
getting I don't like getting punched in the head. So like fighting is out of the question. So
Yes.
the next best thing.
I couldn't agree more with that, man.
Yeah.
What are you, Hawks?
I,
What
I
is
would
your
I would
why?
have to say nearly the same thing. It's the best possible outlet for like me personally in my life. The way everything is lined up right now, arm wrestling is the go-to event thing, you
Yes.
know. And there's just so much room to grow. There's so much room to grow. You're always going to be chasing something,
Yep.
you know. There's going to come a day, guys, when we're fucking 60, 70 years old and we're probably
Yeah.
going to be still out there kicking it on the arm wrestling table,
Oh,
you know what I
100%.
mean?
This is
But still trying to
a
win.
lifelong thing.
I
Yes,
mean, an
yes.
injury like this does not take, it's a temporary setback, but when I come back, I'm going to still arm wrestle,
Yeah.
once I come back.
Exactly.
So
And you'll
I'm going
probably
to
be
always be in
stronger.
it.
And you'll probably be stronger. I mean,
I hope
you
so.
can be. You can be.
But,
If you treat
you know,
yourself right. And,
from your mouth to God's ears, I hope that I am, because I am putting in the work. I mean, it is the way of the pumpkin right now, so that thing is getting kind of beefy on its
yep,
own.
yep.
Yeah.
Um, but
And
so, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say another thing is the attainability. When you look up to those guys at the top, it doesn't seem that far out of reach.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
put in the work and you put in the time, I
yep.
think they'll get there with the dedication. So it's motivating knowing that I could get there. That's
Absolutely.
another reason that keeps me going. So
Yeah, that's solid
That's a
gold,
damn good
brother.
reason.
That's gold. Yep. And
I like.
I'm a firm believer, and I mean we have strength gaps in this sport.
oh
I
yeah.
think I think those strength gaps are usually not very big. You
No,
know, even if
five
you're in a
percent.
competition, you get slammed by this guy you've been chasing, time after time after time again. We've all kind of experienced that when we get to that point where we get that first win on that guy that we've been chasing, and you realize that strength gap was always much closer than you might have given yourself credit for.
Yep.
So you just got to kind of unlock it and stick to it, man. It takes grit.
Yeah.
So
But, you know, I saw a post recently, that they felt like they were unseen in the sport, and they only been in it for a couple of years at this point. It's all about consistency, right? It's
mhm.
what you put into it. What you put in is what you get out of it. You can't just show up and maybe kill all the dudes and then just disappear, and then like, you know, not be as active, and expect to have the same accolades as somebody like, you gentlemen who are consistently going to events and consistently making a name for yourself, and grinding it out. And that's the biggest message that I would give everyone and anyone who's just starting out, get to as many practices, get to as many events, regardless of who's doing it in the beginning. And then you'll find out what your flavor is, whether it's Mac, whether it's a standard table, whether it's a hybrid between the two, or Freedom Arm Wrestling with Devin up in Canada. Like whatever it is that you like to do, the only way you're gonna know if you like it is if you get out there and try it. And what's up, Kong? We got Kong in the chat.
Hey, Gong.
We gotta get some Puerto Ricans up there.
That was a fun group of guys, man. I
Yeah.
really like those guys.
Best energy at any event, in my opinion, to date, comes from the Puerto Ricans. To be honest with you, and I've been to Canada, I've been all across the states, and I still think to date the best energy at any event is either in Puerto Rico or one that has a lot of Puerto Ricans in it. They bring a lot of fire, a lot of intensity, a little bit of controversy. With the refs, they stick it to the refs a little bit, but that's just part of the culture. They know that they're squeaky wheels and they're proud of it.
Squeaky wheels. I like it.
All right. Are you familiar with what grip fighting is?
Is that where they got the two handles and then they say go and you gotta it's on a chain and then you use the handles?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not doing that with a guy who lays brick.
Good answer. Thank you.
No. No thanks.
Mike, you're cutting out. You cut out, Mike.
Hear me?
A little bit better. Oh no, it's audio.
Oh no,
audio got messed up. But I've seen that, and I'm excited about trying that out myself because I'm a massage therapist by trade, so my hands are pretty strong, and that's one of my. I got little hands. They're not big hands.
Yeah,
I got little hands. Mike can attest to it, but I got some power in them, and I would love to see what my little hand can do against someone, even like Mike.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll be honest. My grip was better before I started arm wrestling.
Really?
When I was doing heavy deadlifts and grippers and crushing and all that kind of stuff, my crushing grip, like that squeezing grip, was better before I started arm wrestling. And so now that I've stopped doing that kind of work and more working on containment rather than this kind of grip strength,
Yeah.
like with the Captain's Crush, I can't close the ones I used to be able to close before arm wrestling.
So because of how small my hands are, the country crush things, I don't do well with them. But everyone always says that those are not good tests because my hands are that small. I kid you not. Just for reference, here's a bottle of water.
Yeah.
And here's my hand. It ain't the bottle of water is significantly bigger. My palm's at the bottom of the bottle. It's significantly bigger. I got little baby hands.
That's
And mostly I'm a top roller with a tiny hand, which is it's a rarity. I know most people like to be a hooker with it. I can hook, but it's not my go-to. Like similarly, I don't usually go for a hook unless I know
the hook's a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly. I think Mike's working on his audio right now. But yeah, no, I would love to try it out. I would love to, maybe run a competition for it even here at the pit because
it would definitely be fun. I've seen it two ways where it's they grab the pegs on the table with the handle with the chain, but then I've seen it with the pegboard where it's on not a pegboard but like a piece of wood with board where they use their finger strength.
You mean like this?
That's the exact thing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike coming back. And Mike, can you? Not much better. I love this thing. This thing is amazing.
Yeah, I've never tried it, but I think it would be fun.
It is a lot of fun, and I actually do fairly well with it.
Yep.
Even against guys that are like twice my size.
Right.
But they get better on. They can crush. They can close those country crushes, and I can't.
Yes.
Which is great. Which is Captain Crunch, I think it's called, or something like that. I don't know.
Crush, yeah.
Oh wow! 240. Good job, Garcia. He's losing weight. I wonder who you want to go after next. I did get a really cool a section of rope. It's about, I want to say it's like 3 feet, 4 feet of
Okay.
1.5 inches rope, and I'm going to do war, a 1 versus 1 tug of war contest on the arm wrestling table. I'm using the Mac table. If you have to keep your hand one hand on contact with the table at all times, and the
Yeah.
other one has got to pull it. Now you can hold it in a throw position, or you hold it in a hook position.
Right. Okay. I think that would be
You
cool.
know, and that's a completely different.
Oh.
Do we have audio?
Oh no.
No,
Not
the
good.
audio took a shit.
A static.
Hello.
You sound like you're underwater going blah, 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 blah. While you're talking, bro. It's funny, but it's in we can't understand. Okay, he'll come back. Um, so, oh man, I had a good question for you guys.
Yes.
Since you started arm wrestling
Yep.
to what it is now, what do you think has been the number one source of growth?
Practice. Just going to practice, listening to my coaches, helping train other people, just perfecting my technique. It's easy. It's easy to get stronger. Like anybody can get stronger, but if you're not, putting in the table time and perfecting your technique, working on your timing, we do a lot of timing, a lot of ready goes, a lot of work on the setup. I think that's super important for
That's
growth.
for that's for growth for you as the athlete in the sport. Now, how about as the sport as a whole? What have you seen? How has the sport grown when you first started? How accessible was it then versus how it is now?
I feel like there's more competitions. I feel like, I've also opened up competitions for myself and for Brooke by traveling to the States and competing there too. That's opened up a whole different section of competition. Just trying to get out and compete as much as I can. I mean, my right arm's injured, so competition's kind of low. But it's definitely become more mainstream. At the club, when I first started, there'd be maybe 10 people at the club. I think we only had 3 tables at the time. And now we've got six. We got 6 tables, and you got to fight to get on a table. You got to fight. You got to stand there, and you got to wait for a table to open up with 6 tables. We've probably got 30 people at a time, and just our club alone has just exploded. I think a lot to do with social media, a lot to do with East versus West becoming very popular and bringing it to the mainstream.
That
And
definitely has been a game changer for us too.
I'm excited for that growth. I think it's going to be good.
Let's see.
Just to catch back up, are you talking about your team practices and you've had a lot more guys coming in? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but from 6 years ago when I started, there was maybe 10 guys at a time, like including our coaches, and now there's got to be 30. We've doubled the amount of tables we have. We've got 6 tables on the go, and you got to fight your way onto a table. Like you got to stand there and make sure you're grabbing that table when those 2 people are done, or you're going to lose it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we're running out of space. Yeah,
That's a good problem to have. One of the things I did, we have multiple practice sites here on Long Island, so we actually try to alternate the days that we do it, so that way we're not stepping on each other's toes, but also gives accessibility to everybody. Because I'd rather have 4 or 5 practices a week available to us, and have maybe 10, 15 guys at each of them, than have like 30, 40 guys at a practice with only 6 tables type of deal. That makes you like, oh man, I only got like an hour on the table when I was there for 4.5 hours type of deal.
right.
So, Mike, the question was, how has the sport grown helped you grow? What has made you given you the greatest amount of growth as an athlete? And then how have you seen the sport grow from when you first started to now?
Oh gosh, I think the sport has grown like crazy since I've gotten in. I got in at kind of a weird time. It was like right in the middle of COVID, right?
Yep.
So when I got into arm wrestling, there was all this exposure from WAL, right? Like that was the running thing. And by the time I got in, they started tapering off. COVID happened, and like a lot of the tournaments that were happening in this area were like underground tournaments, right? So like I wasn't
Where I
going to
met
state
you.
championships or nationals or anything. It was like more local events and stuff. And yeah, holy shit, since that time, it's like take your pick on any given weekend, what competition you want to go to, you know?
Yep.
So um yeah, I think it's grown a lot. I heard you mention social media. That's been a huge
Huge.
platform for arm wrestling, obviously. And personally, arm wrestling has changed my life. You
Me
know,
too.
aside from just having somewhere to go and be competitive, right? Go and put all that we're doing all this work. We're in the gym. We're practice pulling constantly. Like that has to be put somewhere, right?
Yep.
Otherwise, like for me, like what's even the point, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. Aside from just that part of it, it's the community of people.
Hundred
I
percent.
I don't. I've met very few people in this community who I don't like, and who like I don't get along with, and who's not willing to share things, teach you things. So I think it's very user friendly in that regard because we all want to see each other do good at the end of the day, you know.
Absolutely.
And for me, that's been the biggest impact is just the community of people and having like a common goal and a collective energy to get behind, you know.
I mean, we are stronger together, and I gotta
We're
say,
together.
I, I'm gonna blow a little bit of smoke right now because Michael Hawks is amazing individual. He built my patio. He came and donated his time and his energy. You know, from Thursday night to Saturday morning, we
Yeah,
got a
Saturday
beautiful
morning.
patio. Yes, by Saturday morning, it's beautiful, beautiful. Like when I say beautiful, people ask me like something like that's going to cost at least 10 grand.
Yep.
I don't know if I told you, but people are like, this is amazing work. Can I hire? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we come together, working together between him and Tim Bushy, helping us out.
Shout out to
You
Tim.
know, Massive shout out to Tim. Everybody in this community, that I have come across with has helped me in one fashion or another. And, Mike's no exception to that. I'm sure at some point we're going to help each other out too, Josh.
Yep.
I'm excited to see this match. I am very excited to see this whole entire event. I unfortunately will not be able to watch it, the beginning stages live. I am going to be at a memorial event. My one of my mentors had passed
Uh,
a couple of weeks ago, and they're doing a memorial event that same day. And so I'm going to be there. But once I'm done, I'll be tuning in and cheering and screaming at everybody. I might, if I do get home in a reasonable hour, I might do a live commentary at the tail end of it. Um, but that being said, Jerry Romano of Team Send It and Ian Carnegie of Major Arm Wrestling Championships are going to be putting on an amazing show. Please, everybody who's watching, scan this QR code that's going to hop on the screen right here. Boom. It'll take you right to the event page. It's happening August 15th, Winston-Salem at Roar. Uh, Stay tuned for these guys' matches and the other 14 amazing matches that are occurring. We got some. This is the first international match of this event on this podcast. Definitely not the last one. We got a couple more people coming up. I think we're gonna try to get Gina on the screen with Merlene. Have the community get to meet everybody. So stay tuned for that. Gentlemen, I appreciate if you want to stay on the screen for a little bit longer. Thank you for your time. All the viewers at home, thank you. Remember, we are stronger together. And, when we set our differences aside for the common goal and the common better, some amazing shit can happen. And I'm all here for it.